Hello, everybody. Michael Rubenfeld here. It's been a hot minute since I recorded a longer video. I don't know. I guess I just feel sometimes like asking you to sit and listen to me talk for 7 to 8 minutes plus is somehow narcissistic. But I recognize that YouTube is, by its nature, a narcissistic platform, which also has spawned other narcissistic social media platforms. There's a narcissism in general that's infected the entire world as a result of social media. Because of social media, everyone and their dog thinks that their opinion has validity, and maybe they're right. I don't know. All I know is that I'm here and I'm having an opinion about what it's like being a Jew in Poland. It's been 10 years now. Oh boy, I've been in Poland for 10 years. This was just supposed to be a stopover. I was just supposed to be going on vacation. It was a vacation to Auschwitz, and then suddenly, 10 years later, I'm still here in Auschwitz. I'm kidding. I know I'm not in Auschwitz. I'm in Warsaw, because I've moved to Warsaw. Some of you might know me as the guy who lives in Krakow, but the guy who lives in Krakow now lives in Warsaw. I moved to Warsaw because Warsaw rules. No, I moved to Warsaw because my son is going to school here in Warsaw. There's a Jewish school in Warsaw. There's not a Jewish school in Krakow, like a post-kindergarten Jewish school, and anywhere in Poland other than Warsaw. So if we were going to give our child a Jewish education, it was going to have to be here in Warsaw. And so far, I don't know. So far, it's okay. I don't know. I don't really know how to judge it. Warsaw is kind of ugly, right? I mean, it's not like super ugly, but it's not good looking. Krakow is just like this really sexy woman or man, depending on who's watching. But once you kind of get past that beautiful exterior, the insides are, okay. Whereas I would say that Warsaw's, it's attractive. It's not necessarily a head turner of a man or a woman, but once you kind of get to know it, the inside is, there's a lot of substance. There's a lot going on. It's, like the kind of city that you want to bring home to your mother and father. Whereas Krakow, I think you bring that home to your mom and dad. Well, first of all, if it's a woman, your dad's going to probably flirt with your girlfriend, or your mom's going to flirt with your boyfriend. We don't want that. Well, here's a good analogy. Like, I know this one woman who I just find just so shockingly beautiful. I found her very beautiful. And every time I see her, I'm just like, wow, I'm so in awe of her beauty. And then, after a while, I realized that she's not that interesting to me. And I find her less beautiful. Every time I go to Krakow, I'm like, wow, you're so beautiful. You are just so beautiful. I want to make sweet love to you. And then after a while, I'm like, I'm not that interested. Yeah, okay. I said it. That's not even what I'm here to talk about. I'm here to talk about, well, a few things. I have a few things that I want to get off my chest. I'm not going to get them all off my chest in one video, because that would be the ultimate in narcissism. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just touch on this whole Grzegorz Braun thing. So Braun, who we all know, is a provocateur. And, he's smart. He knows what he's doing. He, comes from a theater family, intellectuals. And he understands that if you stand in front of Auschwitz, which is what he did, and make a speech saying that Poland is for Poles, not Jews. And he's also been sort of talking about Auschwitz, Holocaust. So basically stuff that is considered illegal. He's going to be in court soon. Whether he'll win or lose, I don't know. I think that he's got a lot of smart people working with him who are managing to keep him out of jail. But at this, and at the same time, his popularity is rising with every sort of horrible, bigoted, anti-Semitic, and homophobic thing he says or does. And there's a consequence to this outside of Poland as well, because Poland is being seen as a whole, as a country, as an anti-Semitic place, a far more anti-Semitic place than it actually is. Because it only takes one Grzegorz Braun to get into the national news, and that's his goal. That's what he's trying to do. He's like like Donald Trump understood that staying in the news keeps you popular. Even if you're hated, you might be hated with popularity, and that gives you power, and it also gets you sort of votes, as we clearly see with Trump. And we see Braun's quote unquote power growing because he continues to remain in the news cycle. But that news cycle then starts to affect how people outside of Poland are viewing Poland. And I've had several Jews in particular ask me about it, ask me if it's safe, if I feel safe here for my family, and I absolutely do. I find Poland to be actually a far safer place in America right now for Jewish people. But that's not news worthy. It's part of the reason that I even do this at all. But I have 5,700 viewers on YouTube, and 8,000 on TikTok, 8,000 on Instagram. Actually, today I had someone come up to me and they were like, "You?" I'm like, "Yeah, I know you." I'm like, "Okay." I'm like, "You're on TikTok, aren't you?" "Yeah, I am." "You talk about Jewish stuff on TikTok, right? You're that guy, right?" I was like, "Yeah, yeah." He's like, "It's good to meet you. Good to meet you too. Nice to meet you all as well." In this video, I have got more to say about Braun, but I think that most people agree with me that he's not great for this country. And if you think he's good for the country, the question might be why. I think there are some people who believe that a person like Braun is going to protect Poland from becoming something other than Poland. But at the same time, a bigoted Poland is a very bad look on the international stage. And I think that Poland is really like on the cusp of turning into this place that people want to come to, that want to spend time on. I think the economy has the potential to grow even more. I think that people like De Niro coming and spending all this money to make a complex in Krakow, like that or not, it's this really clear sign that Poland is on the cusp of becoming a very, very important country on the national stage, but not with people like Braun. No one's going to want to come. So I think it's important that we continue to speak up against him, and also let's put this guy in jail, please. There's got to be a way to get rid of him. Hopefully on the 9th. But if you can't get rid of Trump, then maybe the same goes for figures like Braun. You can't get rid of them. I don't know. What do you think? Love you. Thanks for watching. Until next time. Bye-bye.